What is up, guys? Champs here, and welcome back to a new video. Today, we're gonna play against the Nets. It's another double header here, so.
So I just want to say thank you to everybody working in that field during this.
Let's do it.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt, this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. The bustling financial district here in Cannes.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. So the Nets starting five. They've got Kyrie Irving. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Griffin, and it's Harden in at the two-guard spot. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. And VanVleet out there with Young. And it's Birch in at the center, filling out the middle. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue is.
From deep Harden, shot's good. Griffin making the play.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Raptors moving the ball around, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, we see every year one or two guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team, but Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
KD dishes to Irving, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Anunoby in the corner. Irving against Young. Passes it to Birch. Anunoby in the corner. Young for three.
Damn it.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Pass to Anunoby. Takes the three.
Oh my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
A nice shot by Irving.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The kick out to Young. Again.
Okay, I gotta stop.
Slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Young passes to Siakam. Yep, that one goes.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance, able to complete the play through contact.
Outside, KD. Over Siakam. Offensive rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And then Durant with the jam.
Phenomenal concentration by Durant. Physical play is not going to throw him off.
And Young kicks to Van Vliet. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. Inside, Young. Back to Van Vliet.
I'm not.
6 to shoot. The kick out to Young. And it's out of
Can't
bounds.
at least take a three.
They say it was last touched by Durant.
Please.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Van Vliet looking around. And Siakam has it in the corner.
And the three-pointers just not falling for them
Not
early.
falling for
And a
us.
miss there on the triple. Here's Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harden's got 5 points so far.
11.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
And there's the pass to Siakam. And it's sent back by KD.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Sucks it down by 11.
Young finds Anunoby. Here's Van Vliet. Sweet little floater.
Fred VanVleet is staying locked in. He's confident going to the floater when given the chance.
It's hard to play this.
Now Harden. He's coming off a 25-point game
He's
against
scoring.
Golden State.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Tries it from 19. The shot will not fall. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Birch. And it's sent back by KD. The kick out to Irving. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. He's got 15.
Building
Oh,
up
yeah, I
a
forgot.
big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Young passes to Siakam. And the layup's good off the glass.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Young with the steal. To the middle. Here's Van Vliet. And it's
Hey, yeah, you got
sent back
blocked.
by KD. Here's Griffin. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Van Vliet finds Young. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. They've been excellent. So
Ah, fucking.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
boy, that's a tough one. You know,
NBA?
you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph,
Yes.
KD, and Giannis. Those are the
Hard.
guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness, you know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I
was
just
this?
think it's incredible. And
Bridge is
I think our
cold
game is
because
in
he
great
can-
shape.
Agree on all counts. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Young is out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Birch in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I didn't know it was shooting.
Well, Champ, in their last matchup against the Pacers was terrific. He added 33 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tough to contain Siakam around the rim. He has underrated strength.
The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
A shot by Harden, wide open. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Young for 3.
And now you do it,
Nailed from
Harden.
three-point land. Young's got
Down
a
by
couple of
5.
three-pointers in the second for the Raptors. Brooklyn leading by 5. Young with the steal. Fires the 3. And the
3 again.
Raptors hit again from deep.
Yeah, those are starting
Try
to
me.
add up, guys. Up there.
Just try me.
Last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
For Brooklyn, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Harden inside the three-point line, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Harden's got 12 in the game.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
It'll go, and the Nets' lead is cut down
That is
now
Shadow
to
Rock.
just 2 on the basket
2.
from
Down by 2.
Siakam.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part, having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Harden's shot is off. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Warriors. Pass to Birch. And the basket
Birch
is
scored.
good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
And 1.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
The Raptors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. They trail by 1. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And I tell you what, the margin of victory speaks for itself in that one. Just a very confident bunch right now, especially in that second half.
And foul on
Foul
the
me.
shot. He'll shoot 2
James Harden.
at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And so Young nails them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Can they get it? With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from James Harden.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Siakam with it. He's picked up by KD. Durant with the steal. Pass to Dinwiddie. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And they did win that last game in this matchup, and it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Young outside. Just 5 on the clock. Bounce pass from Anunoby. Griffin with it. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Golden State.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They grabbed their own miss. Young against Dinwiddie. Pass to Siakam. Second chance shot, and Durant sends it back. To the inside, Dinwiddie. Durant trying to break free, and Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Harris.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Toronto calls timeout.
And broadcasters were not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Raptors trail by 3. It's Young on the wing. Siakam outside. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And here is Van Vliet. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Feeds it to Harden. Back to Dinwiddie. Down low. Stolen by Van Vliet. Now the Raptors moving it up. Young with the ball. Shots good by Siakam.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Dinwiddie passes to Durant. Back to Dinwiddie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can...
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Okay. Right, 1 steal. 2 steals.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving at the point. Irving passes to Durant. Back to Irving. Tries it from 19, and the shot goes in. Irving's got 24 points.
A man of many moves. Kyrie's showing us a little of everything tonight.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Anunoby. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Anunoby's got 7 rebounds in the game. Sinks the three-pointer. And that's now 20 points for Champ.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
This is when they need it the most. So they're so close to evening this game up.
Here's Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
The amazing part about Durant's shot, he has a pretty compact release for a guy with such great length.
Raptors moving the ball around.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Nets leading by 5 to the middle. And KD throws it down.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
There's the pass to Siakam. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring, it's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
Shit.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the
25
beard
points.
flush it down there with some power.
Van Vliet. And the rejection by Harden. Durant up top. He's guarded by Anunoby. Harris dishes to Durant. Nobody near
no.
Irving. Off target with his 3.
Off target.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Young looking it over. Pass to Birch.
Birch, go.
Lays it up
Nice.
off the glass. Birch has got 4 this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Right side Irving. To the inside. And it's blocked. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Durant trying to break free.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Young's shot is off. Nets leading by 5. Harris finds Durant, tries to save it, and it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And they say it was last touched by Durant.
Out of bounds sandwich.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and
Lead by
friends.
1.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
Here's Durant. Hangs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So difficult to defend Kevin Durant without
Yeah,
fouling him.
man.
At his size, once he gets that ball above his shoulders, there's not much you can do. Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Young is double. Passes to Siakam. Van Vliet kicks to Young. Beyond the arc. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Young. Young's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Harden against Van Vliet. Harden, that's good. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I
23.
think this fella's got some game.
And the Raptors call time here.
Come out.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Siakam, the bounce pass. Here's Birch. Guarded by KD. Here's Young. Anunoby passes to Siakam. The kick out to Young. Clock at 4. The Raptors need to get a shot off. He's feeling it. He's off on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They
Three.
were all
No.
over him. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Chris Boucher's checked in for Ken Birch, and both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Young passes to Van Vliet. Good work there as it goes. Van Vliet's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's not scared. Fred VanVleet has confidence playing inside.
Irving for 3. Siakam pulls it in.
Okay,
Phenomenal
Irving.
how many threes he drained in the first half, especially considering he's hit
This
none
is 3.
since.
A nice shot by Young.
This is how you do threes
Defense
here.
is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Nets trail by 3. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 10.
Irving, you're Irving.
Pass to
You're trying
Durant.
too hard.
Inside. Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Siakam. Young from outside. Misses there. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Toronto
playing hard.
ahead, leading
They're
by
playing
4.
hard.
And time for the short break, and stay right where you are, the fourth. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Irving. I know you
It's
should.
Boucher out there with OG
Shoot.
Anunoby. And it's Young. Then there's Hayes. And it's Birch in at the 5, home in the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Raptors with the lead. Now here's Hayes. Back to Young. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Gone.
Young's got 11 points here in just the second half.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Dinwiddie outside. The pass to Durant.
Dinwiddie, come on.
Shoots from 14, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense
And I'm
responds.
moving.
A nice shot by Young.
And
Moving
with their
around.
hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Durant in the corner from past the arc. Birch grabs the board.
Okay, Durant.
Birch has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Anunoby. A second chance effort, and again it's Toronto converting.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint
What
between
are
the
you
two
doing?
teams.
And Young kicks to Anunoby.
Anunoby.
Pass to Birch. Toronto working the ball around now. Now Anunoby. And the
Oh my god, I
rejection
got
by
stop.
Harden.
No, and my takeover's gone. I should have activated when I had the chance.
Outside,
Because I
KD
knew I was going to get blocked and takes away.
passes it to Harden. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hayes. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Harden surveying the D. Here's Durant, and finished off by KD.
Slashing in for the hammer. KD showing how to punish the rim.
Pass to Anunoby.
I knew I was gonna get that.
To the paint, and stolen by
I
Jordan.
was gonna say not this time.
And here
Damn it.
comes Brown, leading the fast break. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. It's good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Young with the ball. Now the pass to Anunoby. And here's Hayes over Harden. Hayes, no good.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
It's deflected. Now the Raptors moving it up. Young's running. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he knocks down the first one. The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Then for the Nets, Griffin comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. Young with the steal. A 3-ball. A shot off that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Van Vliet outside. Anunoby in the corner. Lock at 6. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Irving.
3.
Good on the 3-point shot.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. And the Nets making a change here as well. Joe Harris is checked in for Dinwiddie. Siakam against Durant. And KD throws it down.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
To the middle, here's Siakam. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Siakam's got 21 in the game.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Van Vliet finds Young. Anunoby has the open look. And again, Toronto with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That frustration foul. It didn't be too aggressive.
And here's Griffin. On the wing, Harris. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
There's the triple. Durant kicks to Harris. Bangs home the trifecta. Now just a 3-point Toronto lead.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
Some solid defense there from KD. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Irving for 3. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Irving kicks to Durant. And KD throws it down.
Putting the ball on the deck, shaking off contact, Durant can get pretty much anything he wants.
Here's Van Vliet. Buries it down low. And the Raptors lead by 5.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taking advantage of what the defense allows.
Here's Irving. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Irving's got 26 points.
Tremendous form on the jump shot. One of the reasons Kyrie's so consistent with it.
Young. And the layup is good. And that's now 33 points for Champ.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Here's Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Off target from outside.
Okay,
Not
Harden.
in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half. None so far in the second.
Down low. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Irving, the open look. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Siakam outside. Back to Young. From deep. The rebound by the Nets. KD's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Raptors leading by 3. Young passes to Siakam. Back to Young. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Young's got 35 in the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
What? They're giving you space.
On the wing, Irving. Defended by Young. He gets it in there. Irving's got 30
Irving.
points.
And you know,
I was
he's
giving
really
you
been
space.
one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Inside, here's Young. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice
We
feed.
can trade buckets.
And that's now 37 points for Champ.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Griffin. This one for 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
That's a big bucket for Blake. Teammates have to love that shot.
And the Raptors call time here.
Yep.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game Champ.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect
control
of this
everything.
game, and it's just so fun to see a player
Look at
perform
me.
at a level
Yeah.
that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Okay. Let's win.
And the Raptors with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Hands it from downtown. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was
And you just
obviously
got
a
jacked.
focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Anunoby in the corner. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. Van Vliet against Irving. Young from deep three-point range. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. To the wing right side. Brooklyn now working with the new shot clock. Here's Irving. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
When the lights are at its brightest, Kyrie loves coming through.
Young outside and stolen by Irving. To tie it up. Sinks the triple.
Okay.
Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Saving a little something from when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
Back to Young. Passes it to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Here's Birch, defended by Durant. Now, here's Anunoby. Young finds Van Vliet. From deep. Raptors get it back. Count it!
Now,
That is world
count on
class.
that.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Oh my God.
They're trailing by 2. 34 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them
How much time we
try
have
to
left?
get low and score quickly.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move, right now. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And it's sent back by KD. Young against Irving. Pass to Griffin to take the lead. Count it!
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And with this much time,
nobody
they should be able to
goddamn
drop
ball.
a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
Anunoby. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
What a
Then the question,
baller
why you-
this
why
young
you go
man
for a
is.
three?
Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're up by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Huge
What are we gonna
shots.
do?
Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for
37
now.
points, 2 rebounds,
For Steve
15
Smith,
assists.
Greg Anthony,
How many threes did I make? 7 out of 17? That's not
and
good,
David
man.
Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
One more game. We're facing against the Nets. Can we do it? The fan.
Lineups have concluded. So just sit right back. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams and make plays for other guys.
Giannis, number 1. Jokic, number 2. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who can pass because, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center.
He has
He's
gotten
not
better.
He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Ed Van Vliet out there with Young. And it's Birch in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at the 5.
I went crazy
And
quickly.
Jim gets the whistle that time. Now Irving. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
We've got Brown. Kyrie Irving is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Really?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Champ, in their last matchup against the Timberwolves, delivered in a major way. He scored 18 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. That game was just the latest example of how hot he's been. We'll see if anyone can cool him down tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Trent can't hit. Nets trailed by 5. The kick out to Irving. For the 3. Birch grabs the board.
Okay, Irving.
Toronto's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Hayes, bounce pass. Young left side. The pass to Birch. It's Young on the wing.
Well, for so long, the Nets have been recovering from that terrible trade that cost them a ton of draft picks. Kenny, they're finally back to being a competitor.
Wow. I think that if you look at 2014, that trade shows it was terrible to mortgage your future. But they just turned things around, and they're collecting assets, and they've added these great stars to go with it.
And they have the right coach, right?
Yeah, no doubt. But I go back, I still can't figure out what made them think that was a good trade.
Well, most of those guys are not there to answer that question.
The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Trailing here by 8. Outside Irving. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 6 points.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Irving needs only a little daylight to get his shot off.
Trent passes to Young. And again,
Damn it.
Toronto no up. Brooklyn's gone 0-2
No dice.
from deep here in the second. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. To the inside, Claxton. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Now, here is Young. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Minnesota. 5 to shoot. Here's Trent. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Trent's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
The offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
That one drops for him. And the Raptors lead by 6.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Kenny, you played for a number of coaches in your career. Which players right now do you think, as you take a look at all the players in the league, would maybe make a good head coach in the future?
Well, LeBron would be a great coach. CP3 would be a heck of a coach, probably. CJ McCollum plays a game because there's a guy. I like guys who weren't like the star.
Yeah.
And then became it because they understand the guys on the bench, how they feel, as well as the stars. So C.J. McCollum has kind of come up into that.
Well, that's why a lot of great coaches, it's not that they were the best player, but they played on great teams. So they get to see it. I'd throw another name out there, Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo. Okay.
What about Greg Anthony?
That's the broadcast. No, he'd be, Greg would be great.
He'd be great. I think either of you would be great.
It would be fun.
I'm trying to own the team.
Fucking scored any yet.
That's what you want to do. You want to own.
Bitch.
You want to own. Brown kicks to Dinwiddie. Down low. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Young. And the Raptors miss again.
Why can't I just...
Nets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And here's Young from the arc. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. And no surprise to see Junior's name included in the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. Greg, a young standout who has been nothing short of phenomenal.
Junior's just one of many great rookies and sophomores that'll be playing. It'll be a great chance for them all to kind of showcase their skill. The future of the NBA, guys, is looking good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Irving against Young. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Irving. Good on the 13-footer. Irving's got 14 points. And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But then we see summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles or New York. So, Kenny, which is it?
Well, there's 2 aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, you know, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there could be a better quality of life. In a big city, you could be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and the quality of life goes down.
Yeah, and the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis. You look at Durant and OKC, Westbrook. You can be as big a star in any market in today's game.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it. Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Raptors with the lead. Here's Van Vliet. It's hard in by Brown.
Van Vliet, come on.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Siakam has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Last time they met was in Toronto.
Very tough loss for them last time they played. I mean, in the end, the amount of trips to the line they gave up did them in.
They deserve a lot of credit for being aggressive, though. I mean, they got to the line a bunch because they forced the issue.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Siakam finds Van Vliet. Young outside. Here's Siakam. It's stolen by Brown. Left side, Griffin. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Siakam with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Van Vliet passes to Young. He's looking for Boucher and finds him. That one good for 2. Boucher's got his second bucket of the night. You hear players talk about growing up the first time they ever dunked, a magical moment. And Kenny, I'm sure you can think about that moment. But what stands out for you more, the first time you dunked in a game or the first one overall when you were a kid growing up in New York?
I said there's 3 magical moments for me.
besides this?
Yeah.
Besides sitting here courtside
This is
with
more than
Make
magic.
it four. Make it
This
four.
is more than magic. This is much more. My first moment, first basketball game ever. I remember that
old?
vividly.
How old were you?
I was in the 3rd grade, so I was 7 or 8 years old. First game ever. I remember putting on a uniform for the first time. Other than that, I never had a uniform, so I remember that. First college game, running out for North Carolina, and the last moment is, which no NBA team does. I cut the Nets down when we won the championship. So those are my 3 most memorable.
I do remember, and it's funny how much time I spent the first time I dunked.
You remember that? You know,
yeah,
you
you know
dunker.
why? We were all pretty athletic back then. But
Yeah.
like you, what I remember most about it though is, you know how many hours you would spend trying to get that first dunk, right? I mean, you would be in the gym literally for
I don't remember
hours.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Raptor. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
Points. Let me try to be better. Be my shooting.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
So for Toronto right now, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Young is out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Birch in at the 5 down low. The drive by Siakam. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Shots good from Young.
Well, a player making a bit of noise for Rookie of the Year. Junior has thrown his name into the conversation with his play. Not many would have picked him to be a contender at the start of the year.
Very few pundits said Junior as a possibility back when the draft was held. And Greg, he has shown his worth and is gaining traction in the awards race. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Raptor lead.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
From deep Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Young's shot is good.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
And Champ gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Durant, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Raptors leading by 3. Young finds Siakam. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Siakam outside. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And so Young nails them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Harden the pass to Griffin.
Yeah, 5-5.
Durant down low. Siakam's there.
Explosive power
What the
move.
fuck was that?
Do not call Durant a finesse player.
And the Raptors call time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. At the elbow, it's Siakam. And he makes that one.
Okay.
Siakam's got 14 points for the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Birch's shot's good. And now a 7-point Raptor lead.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Outside Griffin. The 3 from Harden. Nets with the new shot clock.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Van Vliet passes to Birch. To the middle. Anunoby with it. Pass to Young. Van Vliet outside. 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's Irving. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
What a baller this guy is. It's so much fun watching Irving go to work and dominate like this.
Inside, Young. Pass to Birch. Over to the left wing. Here's Siakam. And it's sent back by KD.
Over the past few years, Durant's gotten a lot more attention for his defense, and rightly so.
Nets trail by 7. Timeout called the Nets. We've seen Champ really having a great game.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Brown with it. Hayes on him. Claxton. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Dinwiddie.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
This shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Brown with it. He's got 6. Passes it to Dinwiddie. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
17-foot shot on the way. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
The pass to Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, they get it again. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
Now here's Brown. Boucher defending. And he's good on the 3 ball. Dinwiddie's got 13.
Shots are just
All right.
flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Siakam, right side. A nice shot by Young.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 13. Pass to Claxton. The drive by Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, Jordan making an aggressive, strong drive there, puts the defender on his heels.
Siakam finds Hayes. Pass to Boucher. Now here is Young. Dinwiddie covering. Dinwiddie against Young. Here's Hayes. And the three off target. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. It's a one-point game. Harris's shot is off.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Shot from the low block. And no
Oh,
good.
come
Time to use
on,
the
bro.
glass. The Nets shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Brown dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Brown for the lead. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Nets. No trying so hard.
You're weak, Nets.
It looks like I'm subbed out.
Some changes.
I'm subbed out. Kyle Lowry.
Make a play. Come on.
Dinwiddie against Young. From the arc.
Dinwiddie, what are
shot
you
is
doing?
off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Nets trail by 9. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 13. Pass to Harden. To stop the run. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And Young kicks to Birch. Raptors moving the ball around to the right side. Outside Lowry. To the middle. Durant with the steal. Here's Irving. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now just a 5-point Raptor lead.
As much as this has become a ball movement league, you also need guys like Irving who can penetrate off the dribble.
Young from outside. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that is
Buzzer
a
beater.
big-time three, fellas,
the
to
buzzer.
extend their lead right at the buzzer. What a way to head to the
buzzer.
fourth.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
So nice.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Durant is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Playing so good now. I thought they were going to get our revenge from
And if they
previous game.
continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half.
And guess
That's
what?
taking care of business, fellas.
Young. Brooklyn with the
I did
rebound.
not mean to Euro step.
KD's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Latrey, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Van Vliet's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Lowry has it in the corner. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The thing about KD, he's always had other superstars with him. He's grown up in this league having to share the wealth.
Young is double.
Oh, you're going to double team again.
Van Vliet passes to Young.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. To the inside. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Puts it up from 12. Durant with the steal.
Ah, what am I doing?
Dinwiddie wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Dinwiddie's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Raptors. And the pass to Lowry. Back to Young. Young is double. 6 on the shot clock. Birch. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 11. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Harden. And a wide open look for Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Young drives in, lays it up, and banks it in.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Oh, Griffin in position, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Back to Young. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Raptors leading by 8. And here's Lowry. Pass to Young. Back to Lowry. Down low. It's tipped. Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball.
Well, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Now Van Vliet. Here's Young. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Harris is checked in for Dinwiddie. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Harden outside. Shoots over Van Vliet. And that one goes long.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Anunoby passes to Young.
Hello.
They get it back. Siakam got it. Good job in the low post. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Durant kicks to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
and wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Young drives in, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
Nets trail by 11. From outside the arc. Another shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A primary scorer for his team. Griffin also has a knack for drawing fouls on the way up.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Griffin hits them both. Raptors leading by 9. Young passes to Birch. Van Vliet with it. Pass to Siakam. Here's Young. Toronto working the ball around now. Van Vliet outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Young, no good. The Nets have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Off the bounce, Harden can cause you to hesitate, then he turns on the burner.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Birch kicks to Anunoby. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Durant's got 6 assists now in the game. To the paint, here's Young, and he converts the layup. Young's got 38 points.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his team.
Oh, come on.
Young against Irving. Floats one, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
That's good from Irving.
Some guys just go along with the program. No questions asked. Other guys, like Kyrie, are deep thinkers who will question things they don't believe in.
Siakam looking around. Anunoby in the corner. For 3, it's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Maybe the league's most versatile player at the offensive end. Like, Harden is quickly moving up the all-time leaderboards in both points and assists.
Birch, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Irving double team. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Toronto on defense. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Irving's got 40 points.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Young, good.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Now, here is Irving. Harden outside. Right side, Irving fires the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
To the middle. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Harden the pass to KD. The kick out to Irving. And it's off from three-point range.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Young from outside. Kept alive. Passes to Anunoby. Here's Birch. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And Brooklyn has possession. They trail by 9 points. Young finds Van Vliet. Here's Birch. Hands it from downtown. Birch has got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Champ.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Here's Van Vliet. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Here's KD. Yes! And the foul. Young. And so it...
Fouled out at 40 points.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
I'm gonna post my videos. Thanks a lot for watching. We will see you next time.